Namibia, one of my favorite countries, along with South Africa, of course. On this trip, all this video is taken with my iPhone. It's all I had left as I dropped my GoPro somewhere in the Namib desert. I was hoping I could also go back to the place I bumped into the time traveler back in 2007 when I did one of my rides, but alas no, he wasn't there. I didn't even see a desert elephant on this trip. But anyway, it was a great trip. If you haven't been to Namibia, you should. Good morning everyone from Namibia, here at Fish River Canyon in southwest Namibia. Crossed a lot of desert yesterday, great riding. New tyres so far, so good. I don't look so new anymore. Home sweet home, big Agnes inside. Funnily enough, the water here is more expensive than beer. So yesterday I had to hydrate and I'm still dehydrated. We can't drink the water here because it's sort of got sulfur in, because it's a spring coming out of all the taps as well. It's all comes from the thermic spring which I've just been swimming, and so the beer is 12 Hong Kong dollars for a pint of Hansa. So unfortunately my I'm back on it. Where today? Back across going north across the Namib, towards, I was going to go straight up to Windhoek, but I don't want to be on the tar anymore. I think I'll stay on the sand and gravel roads up to towards the big dunes in Utley. So I think I'm going to head in that direction and go over some of the ground I've been before in the past, or maybe some variations. This route here I took along the Orange River. It was really quite hot yesterday, and it stayed hot until about midnight, and then around about 2 it got comfortable, so it wasn't cold at all last night, unlike Springbok. Anyway, I saw this old car. It's got bullets. People have been shooting bullets into it. There's any bullets inside. When I saw this to come here, I dropped the bike in the deep sand, and I wasn't paying attention, and I was forgetting I was on a friggin' top heavy laden friggin' bike, not a 450 KTM. And I thought I'd broken my leg, but I haven't. I hurt my back though. I think I've only come off 2 or 3 times in my life, and that was a slow one. It was just basically I turned the wheel looking at that car instead of paying attention to what I was doing. Anyway, so lovely. I think a bit of ibuprofen won't help to sort out. Wow, this is a welcome break. Road Canyon or something. I came here years ago. It had none of this stuff in those days. Quite interesting. Feel a bit shaken to knock the bike, and I've been through thick sand and those tyres are shit. They've got no lateral traction. Anyway, there we go. Let's sit down. Hopefully we've got some Wi-Fi. Look at that. Interesting. Custody.
A little shaken because I've rarely come off the bike, and the last time I came off was 2007 when I hit a cow in Mozambique. That's the only time. It's different today to come off for riding badly, which is what I did today. And I hit this incredible bank of sand, and I did all the wrong things. I'm too heavy. The bike's overladen. I don't really like these tires, if I'm being honest. And I came off, hurt myself. So lunch, hydration, and I have Wi-Fi here too. So I haven't got any. Most of the places I've been to, there's no signal, no Wi-Fi. I think it's in the middle of nowhere.
This is the bar and restaurant of the campsite. Canyon something or another. It used to be a garage in the middle of nowhere, and now they turned it into like a museum come biker theme. Look at this. Across Africa. I mean, it's amazing how these things are here, but you've got to remember the history of Namibia, or Southwest Africa as it used to be in the colonial days. Great place. It's amazing these are in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this literally is in the middle of nowhere, but it's pretty well stocked. Let me go and have a look at these. Tractor, squeak, ambulance. Can you imagine being rescued in a Mercedes-Benz estate wagon? Nice tractor, tool shop. More of a museum than a tool shop, I think. Official vehicle, Morris Minor. These vehicles that used to, lots of Chevys, these vehicles which used to charge around these deserts. I'm pretty sure the roads are no better than they used to be. Another bike up here. It's an interesting one. Squeak. Oh yeah. Oh, like a bicycle with a little engine strapped to it. Camped here, sort of in the Namib desert. This place is quite nice. I've been here before. This is the famous place where I came with Nick Dobson many years ago, and we went to those bogs over there, and it was full of about 10,000 scorpions. I spoke to Nick on the phone yesterday. I was reminding him. Anyway, news is good night's sleep, bike's okay, hate the tyres, they're absolutely awful, have to be changed back to the Continentals, a bit dangerous to be honest. They have a lot of lateral movement because there's a wedge. Whereas the Continental is like, the Continental is got knobblies on. This has got wedges, which means it grips well, but it thrashes from side to side, which I could really do without, if I'm being honest. The other thing is I hurt myself in the fall. Either I have a rotational issue because my boot got trapped under the motorbike, and of course my body turned as I fell off, or it's just an impact bruising or swelling or something. Anyway, I strapped it just to err on the side of caution. I'm going to go to Luderitz. It's a very interesting old mining place on the west coast of Namibia, just south of where all the big dunes are. Quite a long way to go, but I think with the injury and the tyres, I've got to reassess my plan. Something you see every day. Look at that bird. There's a whole flock of them living up in that tree over there, having water from the mill. Tweety, tweety. So one of the things that improves the handling of the bike is to let the tyre pressure out. So it wasn't too bad actually. I've just come out over that desert and I'm now on this tar road. So I need to look up the deserts. So
tire pressure low. Right, that's enough of that. Let's check out what the pressure is. Come on. Technology. Fuel range. I've done 240 kilometers this morning, mostly over gravel roads. Bike is fine. Knee, it's okay. Just a twinge of pain. Mostly when I get off the bike. When I'm on the bike, I'm fine. Right, come on, what is the pressure? 1.9 front. 1.8, a bit more. 1.2. Because otherwise I'll wreck the tyres. Come on, it's always, you stop. The valve is guaranteed to be not where you need it to be. Right, back one. All the dust come out. So now I'm on this road, tar road, I think, all the way to Luderitz. This is about 350 kilometers away. Is it something like that? Or maybe nearer 400. Get the tyres front. To Luderitz. I think it's my camp spot. Should be okay here. Yeah. This is my camp spot. Atlantic Ocean. There's some free camping places as well at the end of that peninsula over there. I may think about that later. But for now, this is nice. Morning from Luderitz in Namibia, the far west side of the country. Very, very remote place. Former diamond mining town, now more of a fishing town. No road, only one road in, one road out, which is about 200 kilometers. In that direction over there is just dunes for 400 odd kilometers, all the way up to Walvis Bay and Sussisvlei, Swakopmund, and then further up to the Skeleton Coast, and it keeps going up to the border with Angola, which I've done before. Here I have been to once upon a time, long time ago, but it's changed somewhat. This is where all those houses which have been abandoned and are all full of sand. So I'm going to have a look at that before I head off back into the desert, and then I'm going to then go down to Alexandra Bay on the mouth of the Orange River, where I camp. That'll be about 450 kilometers. Great night's sleep. I mean, the camping here couldn't be better, right next to the ocean. It's nice and breezy. Very, very hot in the desert, but down here the influence of the sea is much better. The bike's going okay. I did some off-road sand yesterday. I let the air out of the tyres. It made a big difference. 1.5 in the front, 1.8 in the back. That seems to be the solution. And when I go back on the tar road, I pump it up. My knee still aching. I think all I did is hurt myself when the bike fell on top of me. It's not that bad. It's a walking injury. I hate going to the doctor. I absolutely hate to just sit there and he just says, take a Panadol, or have an X-ray, or spend a fortune on a CT scan or MRI, and they just go, what can you do? You're going to heal yourself. Eat well, exercise, avoid the internet, avoid toxic people. That's the solution to good health, wellness, happiness. Southwest Namibia. The road stretches hundreds of kilometers in that direction and hundreds of kilometers in that direction. Stunningly beautiful. When you stop and just listen, just the wind. There's a few animals around, springboks, wild horses, some cattle, the old goat. Lovely. Anyway, Zaijian. Well, just stopped off for petrol. Look at these amazing cars. The Trans-Africa Rally. Look at this one. Amazing. Hello. Wow. Will that be hot? Stop it. Fantastic. I'll take a picture of the map. Oh, that's a heck of a journey. Trans-Africa Rally 2024. Starting in Cape Town. They're already good over a third gone already. How much oil they do. Are you okay through there? I got a rally book. A road map. Peugeot here. Twigger Brewery. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Is it going well?
Very well.
Fantastic. Porsche. Very lovely.
This is the one that lost.
Is this a trophy? Belgium. This one. Belgium. it's interesting, eh? Another video update. This is going to be the only video update because I've dropped the GoPro somewhere along the 550 kilometers I've just done. Anyway, I'm now at about 70 kilometers from the mouth of the Orange River, full of diamonds. You see any? You can see, I mean, I've been for the last 50 kilometers, there's just been tons of diamond activity. Anyway, that's annoying. Annoying to lose the GoPro, not just the GoPro itself, but all the footage. Should be painstaking. Anyway, never mind. Okay. Crossing South Africa. They are quite possibly the friendliest border people in the world, I think. Even nicer than well, anywhere. I've always had this positive experience with the Namibian immigration and customs. This is the Orange River. Up on a beach. Surrounded by dozens of cats and seabirds. Looking at me just now. Get the feeling you're being looked at. I'm in Port Nolloth, still on the northwest coast of South Africa. It's a big country here. Just had a spot of breakfast or brunch. I realise I'm very lucky to do what I do. Not many people get a chance. I'm financially independent, luckily. Very good health for my age, and have a good life. So all's good. So today I made just some plans. I'm not going to come to Europe until June, partly because of things, travel plans of Fanny and so forth. So I'm going to continue with my trip, and I've decided I'm probably going to go up into Botswana and go to one of the game farms, see some animals up there. My knee's okay. I can feel it a bit, but it's okay. And I've worked out the solution with the tyres is just letting down the pressure on the sand. And there's no point being timid about these things. You either do it or don't do it. So I'm going to go off back into the desert. It's very remote parts of northern South Africa towards the border with Botswana, and see where I end up. I thought I'd just stop to show some of the scenery I passed through. Sort of a fantastic tar road stretching out into infinity, really. I've got about 80 kilometers of this before I hit anything. There's a few cars, but not many. But the geology and the terrain changes a lot as I go by. Funnily enough, while I was at breakfast this morning, there were 3 very burly Afrikaner guys, and I thought they were going to talk about rugby and beer and, you know, the sort of stereotypical braaiing and the stereotypical thing. They were actually botanists who were searching for rare flowers in these mountains, and they had found 3 which they'd been searching for months, which are high up in the mountains of this Richtersveld, which is where I am at the moment. Amazing, completely amazing place to be. As I go along, it's a bit like Australia, a bit, except it's far more undulating and varied, whereas Australia tends to be very red. You get these old telegraph poles. I always think they look like, when I go along, I always think they look like budgies sitting on the telegraph poles, but they're not. They're the insulators. I don't think people use telegraph poles anymore. But every now and again, there's one. Well, usually there's. I don't see any here. There'll be a nest of a buzzard or eagle or kite or one of the raptors. Will sit up there. Yeah, all good. Bike's going well. Can't say the same about this Toyota Corolla, but I think it'll buff out.